Well, here we are back in Maryland, in Carroll County, Maryland, having just returned from the Reason rally. We left this morning from Bethesda. Reason rally was yesterday, and one of the more interesting things that occurred during the rally was an impromptu debate with Thunderfoot, of all people, who showed up.
We're not talking about what I think, we're talking about what you think, right?
Eric happened to catch most of that incident on camera, and you can catch most of that footage by following this link. The purpose of this particular video, Eric and I were just over lunch discussing a point that had been made during that interlocution with Thunderfoot and the Christian he was speaking with. I don't know his name, just some anonymous. Actually, he's a YouTuber.
I'm not sure. Creationist. Do you know who he is? Creationist who apparently has a YouTube channel. We'll find his name at some point.
Yeah, we'll research that, get back with you. But one of the more interesting things about that unofficial debate happening on the sideline was Thunderfoot's very important claim that it just seemed to pass over the Christians' head, and it's something we've all heard before as skeptics, that even if Thunderfoot is completely wrong with the theory of evolution, that does not mean the theist is correct with his creationist assertions.
Right.
No. Even if I was wrong about everything, that doesn't justify what you've just said.
And he tried to reiterate that probably, I think, 3 times when you see the footage, without success, I think. It seemed like it was just bouncing off, just shedding. I don't think that point was absorbed by his adversary whatsoever, but well,
yeah, shedding doubt on any one theory does not prove some other. At least in this case, between evolution and creationism.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have evidence for the speciation occurring, it still works out as an idea that could be tested, that could be falsified with evidence. Whereas creationism, God did it, you can't even test that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a side effect of what Thunderfoot had said. It's a logical corollary of what he had said, that even if he's wrong, that doesn't by default make the creationist right. So just as a philosophical point, the worst case scenario, let's pretend hypothetically that the theory of evolution has no evidence whatsoever going for it. This might, and I think that's what you're getting at. It sounds like a rather radical claim, but dialectically it's an important thing to point out, that even if no evolutionist had any evidence to support its claim, the rational agent, a rational individual, would still be more justified in accepting a sheer, empirically unsupported, as of yet, empirically unsupported theory of evolution, modification through descent, all the details of the theory, but not having yet been corroborated with matters of fact, rather than accepting the theory of creationism. And the reason is the theory of evolution has explanatory force, whereas creationism has no explanatory mechanism by which to explain how you get the complexity that we have in the biosphere. Whereas evolution has the mechanism, even just at the theoretic level. Like if no matters of fact were in support yet, if no intermediate fossils had ever been discovered in support of evolution, nor genetics to support it, you would be wrong to say, well, I believe in evolution, because at that point there would still be no facts. There would be no connection with the real factual world with the theory, but nonetheless you would still be more justified in accepting it as plausible, because you have a theoretic explanation. Whereas creationism, the flaw with it isn't only that it lacks explanation, but evidence, but in a sense it can't possibly have evidence because there's no theoretic substance to support with evidence. I mean, how can it have evidence? There's no explanatory mechanism that the theory of creationism employs to account for the complexity in the biosphere. So that's the point. Even without any evidence, of which of course there is plenty, but hypothetically, just in the abstract, even if there weren't, the rational critical individual would still be justified in accepting it as plausible, but not believing it, because there's no evidence, but still accepting it as a more likely or plausible model
theory
to accept in the meantime as a provisional model, and then to go out and seek the empirical corroboration.
So that idea is seldom brought up, that criticism is seldom brought up when taking up the task of disproving or discounting creationism. And so we just wanted to point that out to you all. And that's all we have for you today. Look out for more videos with us at the Reason Rally. I'm Eric. This is Seth. We're the Infidel Alliance. Thanks for watching.